All right, so this week we're going to have you tell us about somebody who is a game changer to you, whether that's in your life, in sport, or a combination of the two. So the floor is yours.
Well, I could not say this person because she literally I have her blood running through my veins.
Oh, wow.
Um, she has absolutely been a pillar in my life and will always be, even in death, right? Like she's around me all the time. I see little things everywhere about her. But my great grandmother, Victoria L. Freeman, whoo, Lord. I used to go over to her house all the time. We would share some sandwiches. She wasn't the greatest cook, let's be clear. I got that from her too. I got that from her too, but we would just share conversation. This was when I was little, but I just remember that, I did come from a strong Black woman because Victoria L. Freeman was a strong Black woman. She lived in Longview, Washington. And in Longview, Washington, she had my grandfather and then his brother, so my great uncle, uh, they integrated the schools in Longview, Washington. She brought them to the classroom that, was white only, sat them down because she was tired of the education that they were getting that was lacking. It wasn't, they weren't providing the best education for Black children in Longview, Washington. And she said, "You're not moving. You're staying here and you're going to learn." And it was the first time that that had ever happened. So she literally integrated the schools and she did so many things in Longview that were just groundbreaking and crossed, the barriers that were set around Black people in that area. She was actually Mother of the Year in Longview. There's a park named after her there. They actually just put up a plaque that had, monumental moments in her life in Longview. Um, and how could I not win, as with a grandmother like that who showed me that no matter what, you should never back down. I don't care how hard it is. And I think that's a testament to where I am today through everything that I've been through is, you may not feel great, but you're gonna get through it. And
Mm.
that's what my grandmother showed me because she had to do or my great grandmother rather, she had to do so many things in fear. So many things in fear. And so when I talk about, having to stand up for myself and leave and or even this journey that I'm about to go on, um, yeah, I got some fear, but I know that there's purpose in every part of it, so I'm going to do it. And she changed things for not only Black people in Longview, Washington, but she also just changed things for me by being an example that I still and forever will draw upon.
That's honestly an incredible, and like it reminds me of, I'm trying to think of the Kanye lyric, but I'm gonna mess it up. But there is a line from the College Dropout. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. His very
The album
first greatest Kanye album, if you ask me, of all time. And I
and the
think it
greatest Kanye. Yes. Go
listen,
ahead.
that too. We miss old Kanye, right? I think it's Never Let Me Down, and he had a line in there where he's talking about how his mother um would sit during sit-ins because her dad would take her, during the civil rights movement. And he basically said, with that running through my veins, I was born to be different. And I think for you, it's with that running through your veins, you were born to be strong. You were born to be powerful and persevere and kind of be in this position that you are in right now and have the platform you have right now. I think sometimes when we're in it, it's so hard to kind of see past it. And I think that is just multiplied by 100 million times 1,000 when you have depression, anxiety, and whatever other mental, health issues that you may struggle with. But I think that it's a beautiful thing when you're able to kind of see from the rear view just how far you've come. And when you really have moments like this and you think like there was no way I was ever going to fail. Like it just felt
Right.
like that. But there was no way I was never not gonna get through that.